once again to the show. Today we are gonna comment on this match that happened in Global League during the span of 32 days. It was my longest match in Global League. It started in the 23rd of December and it ended just 5 days ago. So it's gonna be 51 days of pain. I hope not. I hope you all enjoy the video. Okay, let's just jump into the match, so it's not that long. Let's talk about the map. The map is this is in the fog. It's a map that at that time the match started, it was my first time I was playing it, and it's a really interesting map. It's a map where mechs are somewhat more how you call it, viable than normal. They are normally not viable unless they have a really good circumstances happening. In this map, first of all, you have 3 phases. In a light basis map, as you are not that good of spamming mechs because you are denying yourself getting infantry or other useful vehicles. But if you have 3 bases, you can afford to get an occasional mech. Also, in this map, the bases are just 9 tiles away from each other. Yeah, they are separated by 2 rivers, but what is most important is that the mechs in one turn are able to reach the middle and threaten everything and put themselves in this mountain and get a lot of vision and maybe shoot a vehicle and where artillery place it here. Or your tanks, etc. Let's just jump into the match. Here, nothing out of the ordinary, just infantry buys. And I think in this turn I bought a mech because of this reasoning. I was thinking, okay, mechs are gonna be great on this map. I mean, they are not gonna be great, but they are gonna be useful. But I overcommit on the mech, as you will soon see. And he built an early recon, and I also did, but 1 turn later. I used the mech instead to put it here to cap my com tower, which I think it's fine. I mean, you don't want to cap your com tower so early if you can go for properties, because the com tower is important building, but it's a building that you only care when you get engagements, not after. So yeah, I think I should have capped this maybe later, but he moved his recon here really aggressively to try to stop my com tower as early as possible. But I rushed my com tower with my mech, so he was not able to do anything about it. If I waited and wasted my turns into capping something else with my infantry or whatever, I would have not been able to cap it in this turn or in the next one, because I would have get interrupted by the recon. So yeah, and he builds another recon. I think he will use it in the weak side, and I keep using my infantry. I try to cover his com tower in hopes that he might not have captured it yet, but it's so near to the base that it's easy to cap early. And he discovers my recon and attack it with its recon, which I think it's fine in this scenario, because this recon has nothing else to do. But I would have put the recon around here and deny a future capture instead of attacking my recon, because you don't want to attack recons with recons. It's not effective. And I start to spam a lot of mechs and shit with them here, which I don't think is really good idea. I think it's fine to will mechs later on the games when you are already set up with vehicles or artillery in this forest, but not right now, because you are losing 9,000 right now of income and 3 production to do anything but sit here. And I build my tank, and he also has built his tank in the previous turn, and he finished off my recon because I tried to stop this cap, which is not fine because it's only denied 1k, and I lost a recon that, yeah, it might be injured, but most importantly it's a recon that no matter the HP it has, it can sit on a forest and give me a lot of value in intel. And he wills another artillery. I'm trying to go very fast because this otherwise is gonna be a really long recording and video. It will be heavy to digest for everybody. And here I finish off the infantry with my infantry of my own. I think, no, I'm not covering this infantry, so this is not, I mean, it's an infantry for an infantry after all, but yeah, not efficient as it could be. And he tries to finish it off, so yeah, at the end of the day I was able to get away with it because this infantry can get away and heal itself. Here he attacks my mech. Yeah, what I can say, the mechs are not good in the offensive because they are always gonna get shoot first by infantry, by artillery, because they can get in minimal range of artillery with 2 movement. They are gonna get shoot first by recons and tanks for sure, unless your recon is doing something else. Like you want your mechs to protect something. They are body walls. Like they are not gonna advance and attack something. That's just not gonna happen unless you are other Sami and you get the movement, and maybe that's a different case. For the majority of CEOs, I think they should be next to an artillery or a tank and protect them from any attack. And this is not what was happening. And an infantry taking an engagement towards a mech, it's always worth it because they cost triple. And here I start capping this in front of the recon, so I'm gonna get interrupted. I charge with my mech and I keep advancing with them, which is pretty bad because first of all, if you will mechs, you want them to be in defensive terrain and you don't want to show them. Yeah, this is in a 3 stars tail, but it's really exposed to attacks, as you will be able to see next turn. And I will another tank and I bring it in range of my own tank, so I can protect it, and I will an early copter. Whoops. And that's it. He attacks my mech, he finishes it off, he finishes another unit, he interrupts. Yeah, I'm trying to go as fast as possible, and he wills artillery to his weak side. I attack his infantry with my own from the city, so yeah, and here I try to yoink up. Like, what the hell, man, you know there is a recon here already, you're not getting this unless you bring some backups. So just high on these cities, try to chill out and bring an artillery or a tank of your own and try to protect it. And here I charge with my mechs. What the hell. To be fair, at the start of this match I was really much more or less experienced that I'm right now, because this match was started when I was like around 9,000 elo, and now I peak at 1100. At the moment I'm sitting currently at around 1050. So yeah, I have a lot of more games in my back, so I think I have a lot of knowledge that I didn't have at this time. But at the end of this match I will start to play much more better, so we will comment on that. I will preemptly anti-air, which is really good, I think. In fog of war, you don't want to wait to see the copter, you want to be prepared for it before it happens, so it doesn't get too many shots for free. And the problem with that is that you want to bring your anti-air on this side, I think, instead of the middle, because as you can see the airport is on the weak side of the opponent, and my weak side, no, I mean his weak side and my weak side. So you want to bring your anti-air to your weak side, because if you bring it to your strong side, you will not be able likely to shift from it, because if you are spotted with your anti-air here, the enemy will know, he will try to block the middle and charge with a copter, and you will have no response to it. So yeah, I think you should bring it here and maybe then try to shift if you need it. But to be honest, I think you should first bring it here and then build a second one to your strong side eventually. And yeah, here my mechs and my tank gets destroyed because they are here with no backup. Yeah, look at this. Terrible. And this cap gets interrupted again. I get attacked here. And it's my turn. And I destroy this infantry with my copter. I started to cap these two properties. I finished that infantry I spotted. I try to injure this infantry so it will not cap property, this in particular in 2 days, so it will be 3 and it will have more time to interrupt it, so I will be not in that trouble. But I don't think it's a really good move to keep trying to cap this, because come on man, this is the third time you try to cap this in front of a recon. The first time you didn't know, but the second and the third one just terrible. And this here, I keep insisting on being here instead of retreating. Like, come on, try to at least save one of the tanks. No, I don't. And yeah, I will another artillery and I try to bring it on my strong side, another tank. And yeah, I move my anti-air as I said where I should have not. And he will a rocket also the previous turn, and he will place it I think here. I think it's not a good move, because as you will see he will be very strong on his strong side, and I think he should spend these funds into popping more vehicles and infantry in his stronger side and capitalize on his lead. But he will not, and that's why he will struggle to finish off the match. So yeah, that's I think one of the reasons that he was not able to win early in the game, even though he was so ahead in income for most of the match. And here I get destroyed, and yeah, the infantry and the mechs in the middle, everything here gets plundered. And right now he's sitting in a nice 25 versus 20 units count advantage. Here I destroy a couple of units, well, injure the tank, and I keep charging here, like, come on, please save one of this tank. No, Cynic doesn't want to do that apparently, and I put my artillery here and wall it. Okay, this is fine, but I lose so many units, and this mech is so out of position. Yeah, it destroyed the recon, but these two tanks, I should have moved it behind this artillery on this city, try to heal up, and next turn maybe they will do something else, but yeah, it didn't happen. And the next turn comes, he uses the recon to finish one infantry. He starts capping this and advance to my weak side that he noticed that is totally exposed, which is true, and he destroys most of my mechs. He spots my infantry here trying to get advantage of this sitting somewhat exposed, and I try to cap, which is fine I think, because I'm double capping, but I didn't know about this artillery, so now this double cap is not a good idea anymore, but I didn't know, So I think it was a decent move, because if you want to cap something, it's much more better to double cap, because you will need the double of vehicles to interrupt, which will be exposed to your own units, and that's really good, I think. And I activate the power to shoot something. I don't remember what. Let's see. Yeah, the tank of the city with my artillery, which I don't think is worth, to be honest, but I did. And yeah, I finished the recon here. I finished the infantry. I mean, it's fine, but I should have saved up for my superpower and use it, because if you want to use your power, it's fine, but I think if you use your superpower, which is much more stronger with Jake, you should do it, because also the power is if you spam your power, you're gonna spam it much more times, but you will make your superpower without even use it much more expensive, and I will put you behind in charge, even though you are just using your power and you're opening your the superpower. Because remember, when you have your power activated, you don't charge, and you make your power and your superpower 20%, I think, more expensive. Also, this recon saved my life to interrupt all these caps, so really good for my part. And I tried to wall this artillery here, but they are a little too inside the enemy lines. Like here, this infantry can get shoot really easily and break wall and kill this artillery. We will see. On the enemy turn, he popped his superpower instead of my power, and he should have started these properties. I guess he was afraid of something being here, but I don't think the point of waiting, to be honest. That is another mistake from my opponent, not being aggressive when he should have been aggressive. And interrupts both of my caps, destroys one of them, and brings an anti-air, finally an helicopter, to respond to my copter that has got so many free hits. Finish some of my infantries, and doesn't overcommit to my artillery range. Pretty good for him. Here I destroy, just 1 HP tank with my copter, and I charge here. I finish that 1 HP and attack the artillery in the base, which I think is fine, but I have to think that an anti-air is coming for sure at this point, so there is no way, because I have to count, okay, when this copter was spotted, like 2 turns ago, so he has 1 turn to wheel, 1 turn to move here, and 1 turn to move here, so 3 turns. So I have 1 turn on 3 attacking, because in the second turn, if I move here, he will be able to arrive and attack me, so there is no point of keeping going forward after being spotted with your copter. So with your copter, what you want to do is attack and retreat, and maybe move it somewhere else to confuse enemy anti-air, and you don't get shoot. But I guess I was feeling confident because of this anti-air here getting shoot down, but still I don't think it was a good idea. I put my artillery here, which is really bad, to be honest. It doesn't look that bad now. What I had in mind is to base load him, but from here it's really bad, because he can well a mech here and then move it here and destroy this artillery every single turn he wants. Instead, in this forest, if I'm able to not get spotted, even though he has a mess here, he has no vision, so he will get 2 turns to attack this artillery from here. So if I want to base lock him, artillery here on this forest, it will have been much more better. And yeah, I finished some infantry and I just move forward. which I don't think it's a good spot to try to fortify myself. He attacks my artillery with his rocket, which is doing some work, ironically, and double caps. Now, triple caps, which he should have. I mean, I guess he wanted to wait for this cap to be happening so he can triple cap, but the problem with that is that you don't have any backup to these triple caps. So at the end of the day, if you don't have any backup, you either retreat, which is the smartest in my opinion, or cap as early as possible, because it's the most likely way that you will get the property. So yeah, he brings another recon, he attacks my infantry, he attacks my mechs, my tank, he even destroys my tank, attacks both of my copters, destroying one and bringing one to 2 HP, and it's my turn, I think, yes, and I have my superpower prepared. Okay, let's see what he does, what I do with my superpower. I use it, I interrupt one of the caps, not the 8 HP, I attack a copter, I destroy some infantry, I keep trying to base lock him, which I don't think it's a good idea. I should have moved one of the artilleries here, so I have a chance to base lock him if I want to. But no, I just really bad. I think so. And I try to protect my healthy copter from the anti-air, which I don't think it will work, since I should have known there is an indirect here. But yeah, happens. I destroy the tank, I move more vehicles, and yeah, that's it for now. It's looking really bad for me right now, to be honest, because I'm already 2,000 behind in income, and there is apparently I'm not getting any properties down here, but I'm about to lose another one, so I will be 4,000 behind in income, and there is more infantry coming, which is a really bad mistake from his part in my opinion, because he should have waited to get backup, and then with vehicles to protect your infantry you are able to do the caps. If you are not backing up your infantry, the infantry is gonna get shot down by a miserable recon, a recon that is not strong against any other unit, sadly, only indirects or infantry. It will get the job done, so I will have only to invest 4,000 to get shoot down a lot of infantry, which right now are 4 infantry, 4,000, but if you think that it's the same value of this than this is not true, because first of all, this infantry took a lot of turns to arrive here, and second, this infantry is 4 production, and this recon is 1 production, so this is much more valuable than just 1 recon sitting near his base. So yeah, that's a big mistake from my opponent, I think. He starts bringing more copters to his weak side, and I destroy this anti-air with my artillery, destroy this anti-air with my mech, trying to protect my 4 HP artillery from the mechs coming, but it's not gonna work, because you can destroy this with this, and then this will destroy this, or whatever combination you want, because there is also recon here and artillery here. And yeah, I try to cap this, which I think it might work. I mean, I think this cap is fine. I don't see anything right now here, maybe a tank, but if this tank tries to go here to interrupt, yeah, okay, I'm fine with this, because I'm gonna kill this tank and keep capping. And on his turn, he's gonna shoot down that mech on the mountain, double cap the com tower and HQ. I think it's not a good idea, as I said, because this com tower can be easily interrupted with the unit from the base, and you know I have a recon here that is free from attacking since this won't capture next turn. So if this was 3 HP, this would have been a better move, because okay, you secure this because my recon is forced to stop this, but it's not the case, so I don't think it's a good idea to do that. And he attacks my infantry during the capping, so he interrupts it. He demolished my 2 artillery, which is really bad for me because I positioned them terribly. And it's my turn. I use my copter to attack a mech and a tank. I interrupt both caps and I bring another infantry and a mech. And I use my power to shoot this recon with my artillery. It's not even worth it, but I did it, so now it's done. I bring a copter to my weak side and with an anti-air tank, and that's it. He uses his superpower and he makes a super push, like it should be not like a power. Like right now I have used it, I think 2 times my power, and he have used it 2 times his superpower. Like just because of that he should have been winning. Like there is, but whatever. He attacks my copter with his copter, he finishes that infantry, he spots the other one, almost kill it, and he finishes his turn. He already has 2 indirect copters here, so there is no way I will be able to push here without spotting this. But I should have known at this point that there is something here. So yeah, I retreat, trying to recover myself. At this point I was really discouraged from this match, because I was feeling, oh my god, look at my income, I got destroyed in a lot of engagements, he's capping already all my things. I was worried that even more vehicles and infantry coming, but there was none, so I just felt like, okay, I will try, because I have to. If I don't try to fix this income issue, I will be in trouble. And I will a medium tank, because I need to take up to respond to this push here in his weak side. And he places the mech on a forest and tries to push on my strong side, which is no longer my strong side. Finish of the copter that I wanted to use for vision, and that's it for him this turn. I am able to interrupt finally this cap, and I place here my recon. Really bad for me, because if I place it just right here behind, I will get almost the same vision, but I will not be likely in the vision of the enemy. I will not, as you can see here. So even though I'm in range, he won't be able to attack me, so I can just retreat after with a recon. If I put it on a property, even though it's fortified, it's gonna get shot by anything that is in range of movement. Really bad for me not using the vision advantage. And I finished that cap, so now I'm just behind 2k in income, which is a good, it's a fine spot. Like, you don't mind being too behind in income. And I try to fortify my artillery here, which I think this is not the ideal spot to put it, but I think I realized too late that I couldn't put something here to fully cover it. And that's my turn. 19. He starts bringing heavy units to his strong side. He attacks my infantry. He moves a lot of Indrids to his strong side. He will use a lot of Indrids this game. It will be a nightmare. I think too much in my opinion, but that's fine. In this turn, I will try to push him back on my strong side. I think I will be able to. Okay, I knew there was something here, so I spotted and I attacked with my tank. I was lucky to spot the recon with my 2 HP anti-air and attack the copter with my own copter. This is fine, I can save my recon at least and shoot this anti-air with my mech, which was a 3 HP, like a 3 HP mech is not gonna be able to run away. An infantry will be able, but not a mech, so I say okay, I will just injure this anti-air and do something with it. Instead of yours trying to run away, I get shoot down next turn, so I think it's fine. I try to protect this mech from the vehicle's attack, so I will try to zoom them out, but I don't think it's a really good position. And now I will the rocket, because I see him pushing and I see I need a response for this. I can afford keep bringing units. I need to have a permanent response to this cap, and yeah, I have too many mechs. Yeah, like it's I will fix this mech problem spam eventually. I will not longer do that. He attacks some artillery here, and he's organizing his forces. He knows I think he knew. No, he didn't have vision of this mech, so he thought he was safe to attack this infantry for free, but it was not. And now my turns come. I did a mistake here, because this recon could have been in this forest, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here, or maybe in this forest. No, it doesn't arrive to this forest, but staying here I think it was fine too. Also, maybe here it was more safer, but not here, because now here he will have vision eventually and it will be destroyed. I attack that tank with my mech, which is fine, and I keep bringing mechs into this spot, which is no longer safe because of this rocket. Oops. And I will another rocket to make sure this site is protected, which I think at this point I was looking at the match and I was thinking, okay, this match is gonna take a lot of turns, and I see indirects in a long map much more valuable than in a short map. That's because for two reasons. They take a lot to set up, so in a fast matchup you are not gonna be able to make a use of them too much, because they will take a lot to set up. Even rockets, I don't like rockets, but I think in this instance they are viable and useful. I prefer artillery, but artillery to get into a forest in position, etc. is gonna take a lot more turns than a tank. So that's one reason, and the other reason is because direct units die easily. Doesn't matter if it is a neo tank, if it's a tank, they die. Why? Because they get counterattacked, they get exposed to other attacks from directs and indirect units. So indirect units are more durable in that sense. So if you are able to set up some of them and make sure you don't lose that position, it's that accumulative value that you will up during the match. So yeah, I think it's really good in a long map, in a long match. And yeah, here I set my artillery maybe a little too deep, but I think it's fine here, and the other one to repair. I finish off that. Okay, here I think I was planning to destroy this tank with my medium tank and then move the copter, because I think, okay, this can go forward by destroying this, and this can go forward much farther, and I move first my copter like a dumbass, and I was not able to to attack it. So yeah, and now he brings medium tank to his weak side, which is fine, I think. And he starts charging into my ball of mechs and infantry without any punishment, because I have nothing apart from this rocket that didn't have been spotted, hasn't been spotted yet. Which, to be honest, I will use to attack this medium tank, I think, but I will base skip for it. I mean, you will shoot at a medium tank, which is pretty huge, but you will base skip. So I don't know if it's that worth. Here I will use my power. I will use this to attack, and this to finish it off. I think I should have used my power to not base skip, or not use my power and base skip, but not both. Because using the power is something really bad unless you get a lot of value out of it, and base skipping is really bad also unless you get a lot of value out of it. If you do both, oof. So you better do use one of them. Yeah, shooting a medium tank is a big deal, but use one of them, not to both, because both are really oof, to be honest. Because now look at the cost of my superpower. It's 22,000 more than my enemies, so it's really expensive, and I have used only one superpower, I think, at this point. I keep attacking mechs here with my artillery. I bring some more units. I spot the rocket here and use my copter to destroy it. Really good for me. And I finish that infantry with my 1 HP copter. And that one with my medium tank, that I think it's really safe here because there is no infantry coming to spot this, so I'm not afraid of any Indorets being here and attack it. So yeah, I think this medium tank was safe there. Yeah, you don't want your medium tank to attack other infantry, but if you can move and attack something, it's really good, because when you are doing one action, you want that your action does more than one thing. For example, if you attack something next here and you attack it, imagine there is a unit here, right here, okay, and you attack it from here, you will attack the unit and spot what is in the forest. So you do two things. That's what you want to do with your unit. So I bring my medium tank forward and I kill the vision. So even though you don't want your medium tank to attack other infantry because it's a waste of a use for a medium tank, it's really good if you do two things at a time. Okay, now my opponent is about to use his superpower. He moves some units first before using it. Okay, I think he is not using his superpower this turn. He's saving it because he doesn't see any good opening, which is really good for his part. Sorry. And keeps advancing. Now he's on a pretty good spot. The only bad thing I see for him is too few infantry, to be honest. Because here, if this infantry gets killed, there is nothing to do him here. Like, yeah, you are winning this side, okay, congratulations, man. But you are not gonna be able to cap anything if you don't have infantry to capitalize on your win. And here there's only one infantry, which is fine because you don't need infantry on your weak side. You have infantry in your weak side because it's the cheapest to have to defend your properties, not because you want to cap anything. So this here is fine. And okay, now it's my turn, and I think I tried to spot this rocket because I knew this rocket with 5 movements and tires, it's not gonna be able to move too far. Like, it's only to move around this area. I know he's not gonna move it to this ridge, and I think he's not gonna, I mean, if he does, I will spot it around here, and I move my copter here that will have vision of all this area that is possible to have the rocket, and I use my second rocket to destroy it, because I don't want him to accumulate these endurance, as I said, because they can be really devastating in the long term. I moved one of my rockets to this side because I thought that I needed some backup here to control the medium, the middle, and I put my artillery here, which is better than put it in this silo, but still really bold from my part, because I don't have that control of the area. Look, I can spot 2 copters and I have no response to them because these copters are gonna die to them, and my anti-air is already damaged. It's gonna go to repairs, I think, now. And yeah, I will bring 1 copter here, but I'm not really much in control of this area because there is units coming, there is units here. Like, yeah, you can do this, but first take more control of the area and then you will be able to base log. I was obsessed with the base log. I don't know why, but you can do that. I mean, I don't even have the vision to do the base log in first place. Look, this was here in hopes of eventually getting vision, but come on, not yet, man. I should have put this artillery here maybe, but yeah, so bad from my part. I will another rocket because I wanted to make sure to have 2 rockets at least here all the time, because I was still really worried about getting cap. And here he pops his superpower again. He destroys both copters, he destroys the artillery, he spots the artillery, he attacks my medium tank with his medium tank in superpower, he attacks the artillery, he destroys me there, and he spots and destroy all my units around here, which is fine for me, I think, because yeah, as long as he has no infantry, I don't worry too much about he winning him, and I have Indurates prepared to shoot down this. And here he does a pretty good move, attacking my Indurate. With this copter from here, I won't be able to attack it from this side, so I will be forced either to ignore it or to base skip and attack it. And I think that's what I did. He wills another medium tank, and I move my rocket here. My mech attack the tank. My infantry comes to the aid, and I base skip to finish this copter. I use my power to attack this tank with my rocket, and yeah, I think, well, yeah, to gain some power. I think this power was not the worst of the ones I have used, but it was not also a very good power. Like, come on, save it up for your super and do a really good push with it. But yeah, really bad. I weaken the anti-air here. I will more copters. I will more mechs, and try to bring more infantry into my strong side and try to be ahead on income, which I'm slightly behind. And he starts to cap this HQ, which I think is not a good idea. Why? Because you know that there is a rocket here. Yeah, it's 6 XP, but it's still a rocket. You won't be able to get it anyways because of my rocket. So I think you should have move it on this city, or maybe this city. Play it safe, or even this city, and make sure you get the caps. Don't try to go for the HQ cap. Don't be greedy, you don't have to. But yeah, now he destroys my artillery here, interrupts my cap, tries to weaken my copter, and tries to walls and protect
the infantry capping my HQ, which won't happen. Which I won't use direct units to stop this because I have my indirects, so there is no point in trying to protect this too much. I think he should have keep an artillery here. It's really good because it protects this area, and maybe this one was fine, but don't give up this place. That is a really nice spot to put your artillery, I think. And I try to cap this. I make sure to not let my copters get exposed. My rockets to get exposed to rockets. My copters, you know what I mean. My rockets to get exposed to copters next turn. I don't want that to happen again. And I bring units. I interrupt the cap with my rocket and charge here. And I think that's it for this turn. Yeah, I don't have so many funds. I'm saving some to be able to take up if I need to, because I am not that behind or still in income, but I really want to build something big so I can make a difference. And so that's why I save up some money. So in this turn he uses his indirects to attack my mechs on the river and goes farther with artillery, which I think is a really big mistake because, as I said, this spot is really good for one artillery. Maybe this artillery could be around here, maybe this forest, or no, I don't think this one is a good spot. But yeah, these two artillery are super exposed to my recon vision and my indirects, so they are gonna die soon. He tries to reinforce his weak side. He wields a copter and uses it to boost this infantry that he really needs in order to capitalize on his win. And in my turn I'm able to capture properties, which is really good because I'm ahead now for 2000 in income, which I think is the only instance I'm ahead in income for all the match. I attack the artillery that is exposed. I use my power to use this rocket to be able to destroy this infantry, because with this rocket here it was as you can see 7 HP. I would have not been able to bring it down to 2 HP. With 53, if it was at low 70, like at 70, I would have been able to bring it down to 2, because the HQ was at 3 HP. But it was really risky, so I just secure the kill with my full HP rocket. So this power was fine. I mean, it's bad that you are forced to use your power, but this power is well used, I think. I finished the artillery with my injured rocket. I spot the recon, I destroy it with my anti-air. I attack the artillery with my recon, so this 2 artillery is really bad for him. And I destroy this recon with my mech and with a bomber, because I was really feeling confident that he will not have any fighter, and yeah, there is no reason for him to will a fighter without, I mean, he cannot see a lot of air units. Why he would build a fighter? I only have 1 copter right now, so yeah, I think I needed something to push hard on this side, because I needed backup really fast, because my infantry is gonna die against the upcoming vehicles. And he tries to finish my mech, destroys the other one on the mountain, finish some of my infantry, attacks my copter. He's played it safe with the medium tanks, he's afraid of something coming, and attacks my mech, attack my anti-air, attack my recon. So he's doing pretty nice job with this rocket right here. And this infantry, I will attack his infantry. Yeah, I'm just trying to recover control of this area, which, to be honest, I think I just want to snipe infantry and I don't care about vehicles too much. I mean, if I can shoot a vehicle around here, I will do it, but I think I should focus on infantry, because if he has no infantry, it doesn't matter that he has a medium tank here, because he's gonna protect nothing. I'm trying to finish off the copter. I bring the bomber, and this 1 HP copter will be really useful, as you will see. He finished off my recon, stops this cap that was happening just to get vision. He's in range of his superpower, but I think he saves the charge for next turn, because he doesn't see any opening happening. And he has a lot of air units in his strong side. He has also a lot of... He has control of both sizes right now. Like, I'm in a really bad spot. Even though I'm ahead in income, I'm behind in position, in tempo, in everything but income. So I would rather go for tempo and position and what this type of advantage instead of income, because if you keep losing engagements, doesn't matter, you're ahead in income. Two ahead in income is not that much. And yeah, now comes my turn. I destroy this medium tank with my bomber. Try to destroy that tank. I'm able to. Brings this rocket to repairs. And yeah, bring some air units and anti-air to help the weak side. Bring some infantry, which I think I'm overcommitting to protect, to be honest. I think I should have bring more units here and just use the minimum necessary to protect my weak side. But I mean, I wanted to play safe, I guess. Now comes his turn. He charges with his copters. He tries to cap this, and I think he will be able to. He destroys that infantry in the city, which is invisible, but it was there. He gets a vision of my... he gets vision with the copter that was not able last turn. If you see here, he put the rocket here and not direct to my airport, so he couldn't spot the bomber coming. But still, he has this anti-air coming, so it's not like he would have reacted faster. Maybe he would have purchased a fighter, but I think an anti-air hide on a forest versus a bomber is a nice answer. But yeah, just play safe and will a fighter if you see a bomber. Like, bomber costs much more than a fighter, so if you are able to take a bomber with your fighter has done its job and it doesn't need to do anything else. And if it takes a couple of copters more or blocks some units, because only anti-air is the direct unit that can attack fighters, it's gonna do a fantastic job already. And yeah, but he didn't spot it, but he already has an anti-air in range. And I tried to push him back on his strong side. I used the bomber to destroy a 1 HP medium tank, which is a terrible idea. I should have just moved it back and wait for my opportunity to use it again. Because as you will see, my bomber is gonna get destroyed next turn. His superpower is coming. He uses his superpower and boom, from the planes. Yeah, really bad. He keeps pushing on his strong side. Look at this rocket, almost out of ammo, but the hero APC is coming. Like, oh my god, a rocket on enemy territory out of ammo, like that is so good use of a rocket. Even though it's a terrible unit overall, he is able to spot my rocket here on the forest and attack this this how you call it, copter, and tries to next turn get this cap. Like, I think that's really naive from his part. Like, you are not gonna be able to do that because it's away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of this forest is 1 turn from my base. Like, you are not gonna be able to cap something 1 turn away from the enemy base unless you have a tremendous advantage, and if you have a tremendous advantage, use it to cap something else like HQ, but whatever. Yeah, he wields an anti-air and double infantry with a copter, and now on my turn I will try to push him back a little bit, even though I'm really weakened on my strong side. I try to interrupt this cap, I bring a tank, but right now what I should have done is, okay, accept that I'm gonna lose this city and bring everything back here, regroup, and being able to have a proper response in the next cities. But yeah, at this point here I was forced to wheel an anti-air here because of these copters, and yeah, I was thinking, okay, I don't want him to attack my copter, I will bring this here to get ammunition back, and I will bring this infantry, so I will deny him getting in this position, because if he stays here he will be able to force me to base skip, and I don't want to base skip to attack this. And here comes his turn. He's gonna destroy my copter, destroy the other copter, attack my mech from this rocket here, start capping the com tower, attack my mech in the mountains. It's really looking good for him. He brings more infantry with a transport copter, which is really good. APC refuels the rocket that goes out of ammo, and builds a fighter. At this point I don't think building a fighter is a good thing, because the only thing you can see is a 2 HP copter, but maybe he was thinking that I will bring another bomber, but I was not bringing another bomber after getting shot down. But yes, I guess there was a point in the match that it lasted so long that I think my opponent was not thinking straight anymore. Like, I have a conversation with him in Discord, and I asked him to try to finish this synchronize to be as fast as possible, but he asked me that he just wanted to draw because he was tired of the game. So I was, I guess that he was just not getting that much of the game, I guess. And maybe not. Well, this conversation was when we were about the 45, 46 turn, so I think at this point he was still trying his best. And yeah, he instead of attacking this infantry or anything, that could have been not a bad idea, because he would have forced me to base skip and he would have damaged that rocket. He just backed up with these copters, which I still don't think it's a good idea. I'm able to interrupt this, with the copters, and I don't think, yes, I use my superpower to destroy this anti-air and to attack this medium tank, this tank with my own tank. And I think at this point here I was feeling, okay, I need more units, but I think I have the control of this area, because he has nothing unless he brings something else, that I think he will. But at this point, if I had at least a copter, I would be great here, but I didn't. I was overcommitting to protect my weak side, to be honest, but it's fine. I tried to finish his copter with my infantry. I think it was a luck roll, in range. I spot his rocket and wheel a copter and 2 infantry and a tank. He tries to cap and attack one of my tanks, and my other tank is all alone, not looking good anymore, and he brings the fighter here, but I don't think he's gonna do anything important, to be honest. Okay, so he keeps charging, tries to cap again my comm tower, and yeah. I just regroup here, I retreat because I was thinking I'm not winning this, I'm not gonna suicide the tank to kill something weakened here, and I'm not gonna attack a copter, of course. I interact with my weakened units, I spot again the rocket, and I finally got rid of it with my tank, which is gonna retreat the next turn to repair it, I guess. But it's fine, I enable my fighter of my own in response of his fighter, because yeah, even though I'm not have that many air units to have control of, I will eventually have, and I want to have control of the air combat, so I will my fighter. And here he tries to repair some units, get some vision with it. Yeah, pretty nice. He sees I have anything around here. All of my units are just coming, and he tries to punish my further my weak side, which I think at this point he's making again the mistake of not reinforcing with infantry. Like earlier in the match he tried to cap with some vehicles, now he's trying to dominate this side without infantry, because now this infantry will die and he will have no answer to avoid that. So a mistake from his part. I guess he's expecting me to bring units to here with this and this getting vision, but I'm not gonna go straight and charge with them. I'm just gonna be really conservative with my units. I even thought that the fighter was around here, so I bring it here and not even near vision of the enemy. Really safe with it. I bring a missile to the battlefield. This was an naughty missile, to be honest. If you are gonna wheel ever a missile, I think this is one of the scenarios when you are gonna do it. The other scenario I could imagine is when you can try to lock an airport with it, but I'm not really a big fan of missiles, they are terrible in general. But in this scenario I think it was fine, like he has a lot of air units, and here it will be a good position for it to deny a lot of space in the air for the units, and also it I can boost the missile with my power, so it's not a bad purchase, not a terrible one. I try to get vision with my 1 HP rocket. I think I spotted no, I didn't spot yet the fighter, so I don't know where is it. It destroys my copter, and here I did a mistake, because yeah, okay, my copter is here and my fighter is here, really safe, really comfy, but I need to bring it around here so it covers this area. It's not exposed, but still covers and will answer any attack to this copter from the air. But yeah, remember to overlap your units' movement so they will protect each other. And here I think I use my fighter next turn to attack copters around here. I don't remember exactly. Let's see. No. Okay. So I interrupt this cap again with my rocket again, which is really a bad move from his part. Like, he's losing a lot of infantry just trying to cap things that he's not gonna cap. Like, capping this is fine because you have a lot of presence. you have vision and you know that I don't have any units coming, but this cap is really bad because you know that first of all it's in range of my 2 bases and it's in range of my endurance, so it's really bad. Let's put it that way. I place my missile prepared to shoot anything next turn. I start bringing big units, and that's it. Just wall and play it safe and interrupt this cap because I really don't want it to happen. He joins cap, attacks my tanks. I think he destroys one of them. We will see next turn. Well, next move. Yeah, he does. And now this is a HP property with a full HP infantry. He brings the rocket I destroyed with my recon almost. He's doing pretty good. There is a point that he is so ahead in income, we will see. Now this this missile gets his first kill, 1 copter. Let's see how many he gets. And at this point he knows I have a missile. He must know. Unless he didn't check the replay, he should have known. Like, there is no way. But I guess he was so tired at this point that he didn't. But even if you don't check the replay, if you see one of your air units is no longer in the battlefield in the next turn, and there is no units adjacent to this unit where it was, it's because it got attacked by an indirect. So it means I have a missile. So it means he has to be careful. But he is not. I finish that copter and I protect this fighter with a mech here, and it still leaves this space, but it was a bite, as you can see. And yeah, I spotted this infantry here with my anti-air very good, because I completely stopped the push on my weak side, so now I can focus again on my strong side that it has become all other the way. And he attacks my mech with a rocket from the city. He attacks my fighter with my fighter, but there is a missile there. This missile just has paid itself on value right now. He destroys my rocket here, really unfortunately, because he has vision of it with this 2 HP tank, really useful. Never underestimate low HP units in fog, they are so useful for the vision. And now he's going all in on this place. A little too late, if I had to say it, but he's trying. I think this infantry should be trying to cut this, not going for this one, because this one is in range of my airport. It's not gonna ever happen. And yeah, I destroyed the fighter, I destroyed this tank, I destroyed the other tank I spotted, I destroyed the rocket that I knew attacked my mech here. I get more vision with this infantry. I attack this anti-air with my own anti-air from the city. I injured this copter. And I think that's it for this turn. Really good turn for me, even though I'm so behind in value. And yeah, he retreats with this anti-air, destroys my mech, destroys the other mech, plays a really good artillery here, because this artillery here, as well as this one, is gonna do a great job, and it will, because for 2 reasons. He sees that with this copter that I have not a mech, and also he has control of this area with this artillery backing up any attack from here. Anti-air knows that there is only a recon and infantry and an anti-air here, so he knows he has control of this area, so he can put it here. So now he can try to base lock me this base, and he brings a lot of big units to his strong side and start capping here. And this is when it starts to get worrying, because right now I'm behind in... Okay, let's the turn update, because I think I'm not behind in 17, because it's not a, it's an odd number. Okay, now I'm behind in 8,000 income, like huge. Like that's a medium tank per 2 turns. That's huge income disadvantage. If you can see it on 8,000 income advantage for 4 turns, you are so ahead in income and value that you will just run over your opponent. You will have to do really poorly to lose this disadvantage. And he kinda did, my opponent. Look at this, look at this. I start to cap this, I get this tank injured, I destroy this copter, I interrupt this cap, I destroy that mech, I almost destroy that anti-air, I destroy this other unit. Yeah, this turn was really good for me, but the problem with it is that it's the second time I use my superpower, and I should have used it much more in this match, and I think it could have been a much more different match. But yeah, and he keeps going with this infantry here, trying to be sneaky, but it's not a good idea in my opinion. But yeah, he interrupts this cap with this artillery, which I didn't know at this point that it was here, so it's fine. I guess he finished that tank with his medium tank. He keeps interrupting, but I will be able to cap this. So yeah, because now I'm so... Oh man, look at this. I'm 12,000 behind in income, I think, at this point. If I'm not able to cap this, I'm GG'd. I'm dead. Look. Yeah. Look, 12,000. What the fuck? That's huge. But I'm able to cap this, so I'm only behind 10,000. I need to fix the income disadvantage. But at this point I was like, no, I'm not gonna lose this. And this cap, keeping trying to this cap was really bad. I should have tried to do this cap. But yeah. And I interrupt all these caps. I kill that infantry that I don't want it to go to cap. And yeah, I just kill all on the infantry, because if I kill the infantry, yeah, they are not gonna do anything. If I prefer to bring all the infantry to low HP than secure killing some of them, because this way it's gonna slow him down so much. And yeah, and I think yeah, I bring my copter, my fighter here to further protect these copters here, but I think I should have just rotated farther back, but whatever. And he activates his superpower. He obviously interrupts this cap, and he gets a shoot from here with this rocket. I was like, wow, where? I was freaked out for by this, because I didn't know where he attacked me from. Yeah, it's really scary when you get shot in fog by indirect, because you don't know where are they coming from. Especially when you face Grit or Jake, because they have so much range. He finished off my recon, which I didn't expect, to be honest. But it was he had the indirect and the anti-air, luckily for him. He destroys the recon. He tries to cap this again, which is bad idea. Like, you are losing an infantry every time you try this, and you are achieving nothing. But yeah, and he brings that infantry into the forest, which is a good move because I will have to waste 2 units to spot it and kill it, but I have this 2 HP tank here, so I will be able to do it with just 1 copter. I finish this interrupting and I start advancing with my infantry prepared to cap this. I move around my units to push slowly into my strong side, and I think I put my fighter into repairs this turn. Yeah, and the reason being is to refuel, and if I need another fighter to make sure I will be able to dominate the air combat, and I think 8 HP fighter will be enough, because an 8 HP fighter will be able to win against another fighter, I think. I'm not sure. Imagine I attack from here. Yeah, it will be still able to win, so it will be enough, but it will not be as expensive as a full fighter, because it will only need to repair 4, which is 4 of 20, 40, 5,000. 5,000 is not that much. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I'm so tired of this. I'm gonna. Sorry, guys. Don't judge me. 8,000. Okay, 8,000 of value instead of 20,000. Oh man, I recorded this first time, but I noticed that the recon good yes, it was in top of the map, so I had to do it all again, and it was a recording that lasted like more than 2 hours. So yeah, this is like my 5 hours into this recording, so I'm a little tired. I'm sorry if I made silly mistakes. And he brings a rocket into his weak side, which I think is a bad idea in my opinion, because this rocket will be as useful as a rocket here, but it will be able also to shoot around here and around here, and it will not be exposed, most importantly. But because if you have a rocket here and I just use my superpower and I get vision of it, it's gonna die. But whatever. He did that. He's charging into my weak side again, but this time he has 2 infantry to capitalize on the win if he's able to do it. Now it's my turn. I'm feeling, even though now I'm so behind in Inco, I was feeling so good because for the course of this match I saw my opponent doing a lot of mistakes, and I was so deep in the match already that I was inside my opponent's head, and I think I knew how he was thinking. So I think I knew what are his priorities, etc. So I think I had this match at this point, even though I'm so behind in Inco. Because look at the value, I'm not that bad. Look at my army, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I just need to recover a couple of properties and slowly push to win this game. And that's what I do. I attack the medium tank with my copters and then finish it off with my medium tank. This is a mistake from my part because I should have used my medium tank from this forest instead of here. Here I was thinking, okay, if I attack it from the forest, I think I don't have the range or whatever. But man, you don't know what is here, and this artillery is in range of a medium tank. So bad. So bad. And I attack this anti-air really good because now my copters are more safe. And sorry, I start capping this city, which I really need. And I back off with my units. Even though I need the caps, I know there is a lot of units here, so I just back off and try to lick my wounds. And I think it's the first time in this match that I do something like that instead of just keep charging. I think this is the turning point. Okay, now he tries to attack my copter and he is able to finish it off because of the bonus of the planes. He kills some units, he keeps trying to base lock me with artillery, he gets trapped, and yeah, he's not doing anything special. Here, I was really surprised that he, looking at the replay, the first time, that he didn't attack this medium tank, and he attacked this infantry here, and it was that he got trapped. Like I guess he was so mad at getting trapped or something that he wanted to kill it, but like, come on, man, you have a medium tank here, just shoot it. But he didn't, so that's a really big mistake from my opponent. And here I spot the artillery finally, and I'm able to weaken it with my own rocket. I start capping this property, I destroy the anti-air, I wall this cap, I destroy this infantry, well, not kinda, almost. And here I did a mistake, because with this tank I spot the artillery. No, I did not do a mistake, because now I can attack. Okay, yeah, because the problem with this is I needed this tank to kill the infantry that was blocking my copter way, so I can spot it and then attack it with another one. So yeah, and here I get trapped just because I wanted to get vision of this anti-air. It's not like I didn't know it, and I charge into the indirects. I don't think it's a good idea. I should have rotated, but I did it. So yeah, I rotated for one turn and then I attack, and then I will die with all these units. All these units are dead now, and he pushes me back. Here he brings some more units. I don't think you should bring a mech, to be honest. It's so plain everything. If you have rivers and mountains, okay, but if you have this kind of terrain, mechs are not that good, because infantry will get always the first shoot at them, or vehicles if you spot the mech. But at this point you can see that I'm not spamming that much mech anymore, just a couple sometimes to be able to do some stuff around here, but that's it. The occasional mech is good, the spam mech is not good, unless you are someone with a bonus to them like Sammy or maybe other, and the map is good for them. Okay, now I spot the infantry. I think I will be able to spot it. I use my power to shoot this medium tank with this rocket here. I'm able to do something with this rocket, so I'm happy with it. I use some units to heal up. I finish this medium tank with my copter. I finish this infantry. I one-shot this? Yeah, I one-shot the infantry with my copter. Yeah, I think this was a good power, because I get a lot of value out of it, because I'm able to one-shot this, I'm able to shoot this medium tank with this, I'm able to attack this infantry and finish it off with this. I think it was a good power. I used it a lot, my power, in this match, and most of them were really bad, but I think this is the best power I used in this match, which is not really fantastic, but it was useful. Okay, now here he attacks my copter, destroys my tank, almost, and keeps charging into his weak side. I mean, at this point he should have retreated. I don't think the rocket here is a good position, even though it's in a forest. I think it's better here or here, so it's much more better protected. and you can surround it, and that's it. You don't want. I mean, he was obsessed with locking these bases, but man, this is not your base. You can't hold it. You are losing right now this side. So don't try to cap lock it. No, man. Try to secure the win. Don't try to humiliate your opponent. You know. Try to win, not try to flex. And here he's completely dominating on my weak side, but he has 0 infantry and 0 infantry coming. So he has now 2 artillery, 1 rocket, 1 anti-air, 1 medium tank, 1 tank, doing nothing. And he's really ahead in value, but he's doing nothing with this army right here. And I think that's why he lost this match, mainly because he had so many value and units doing nothing during so many turns. Like, yeah, and he built a missile. Like, for what? Yeah, I have a couple of copters, but you already are able to push them back. And yeah, okay, I have a fighter, but a fighter is not a threat itself unless you want to wheel a bomber that you didn't. And even though that, where are you gonna put your missile? Because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is gonna cover nothing important for you, because the fight is too far from this area. And if you want to move your missile around here, for example, it's gonna take ages. So bad. And I just charge into this copter with my fighter. I charge here, there are 3 dudes, eat them. I charge into these indirects because I'm not afraid. Yeah, maybe there is some anti-air, but I was feeling good at this time. I was thinking, my opponent is look like desperate at this point. So I was just keep playing the mental game and the attrition war. And yeah, at this point he used his superpower again. He destroys 1 tank of mine with the rocket and the rocket artillery and the mech. And here he, instead of trying to interrupt this cap, he puts this APC here, gets vision of this, and attack my medium tank, which itself is pretty good. But in my opinion, he should have put the APC here, the infantry here, and that's it. Attack it with a rocket. And this anti-air instead got in the way of this cap, as you can see now. And yeah, okay. But this anti-air could have go like from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, fighter. Instead it goes here. Yeah, I know you want to protect that property, but that can be done but by an infantry that is not gonna die to a medium tank and infantry with that amount of HP and your superpower pop that gives you extra 10 defense. Like, no, but happens. And that was another big mistake, I think. But to be honest, this fighter didn't do anything else in this match, so it was not that bad. I mean, the only thing it did was making my opponent not likely to wheel any air units, I guess, scaring him away. But come on, you are so ahead in income, you can afford a fighter and then a bomber, and then you have the control of the air map. Do you know, man? Yeah, now here I'm trying to secure my weak side. I don't know why I keep trying to protect this. Like, come on, there is no infantry coming. I don't need to have anything. I could completely erase all my units here and it will nothing happen. I could move everything here and this will be completely fine for at least what 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 turns. Like so funny if you think about it, but you didn't know. I mean, you have to expect the best of your opponent, and I was expecting him to bring some infantry, at least 1 or 2. So yeah, I was not letting this fall, and I'm trying to have control around here and gain also control of the middle, and completely ignore my weak side. Just a couple of infantry, a mech, and a recon. So yeah, so this way I will be able to reinforce this side, make sure that he doesn't break any units from his strong side to his weak side, and keep pushing. Now he keeps moving the missile, which is gonna take ages to go anywhere. He keeps killing my infantry in my weak side. Yeah, I just keep pushing and keep pushing and capping and destroying units that are all around. I activate my power. I think I use it to attack this artillery with this rocket, which I think is a waste, but I did it. And yeah, at this point I'm just chilling with my recon, and I don't want to commit anymore on my weak side. I want to commit everything to my strong side. He spots my rocket and attack it with the recon. That's really bad for me, but I will be able to take down that recon next turn, and I will be able to park my rocket on this city and control the zone. Yeah, right now my strong side is looking pretty good. It's not looking very good for him, and his strong things, yeah, he has completely control, whatever, but the problem is that he has no infantry yet, not even coming yet. Like, what the hell, man? I think he was not thinking straight, like he was losing his mind or something, like, because this is a really big mistake, biggest mistake of the match, if you ask me. And yeah, like, he has so many value, look at this, so many value doing nothing. That's why it's like we are equal on value. Well, he has a little more to spend, but right now we are equal. But he has so many units doing nothing. All my units are doing something. Like, this is getting vision, this is getting vision and prepare to attack this. This is getting vision and prepare to attack anything. Okay, but even though they're actually doing nothing but vision, as well as this, these are like 5, 11 fans. And all of these units are gonna be able to push and punish him. That's why I was feeling so strong and he was feeling so weak, because he had so many value waste doing nothing. And here, this medium tank, what is doing this medium tank? Why is charging? You saw my rockets. Don't charge blindly into my lines, because now my rocket is gonna shoot at this and destroy it. I spot the rocket with my recon. I think I will be able to attack it with my copter. I won't be able to finish it off, but I will force it to back up and free my melee units to attack anything that comes. And here I spot this anti-air, because I was getting eager on this side, like I was getting more than eager, cookie, but I should just sit there and yeah, nothing coming. Why do I care, man? But that's it, and I should have built an APC earlier, to be honest, so if I will an APC here, I will refuel this, then here I will refuel this, and I will boost an infantry and bring it down. But yeah, that's a move I will save for another match in this map. And yeah, this turn, this recon is gonna die. He uses his rocket to trying to interrupt caps. Well, no, just this infantry, I think, here, attack it. And yeah, he's destroying his this recon. He spotted the other infantry. He will attack it with this artillery. He's trying to push me back on my strong side. The missile almost got there, but there is no air units to attack with it. Like, yeah, I mean, why would I bring any air units to this area if there is no infantry? Okay, now is infantry coming, one. Why would I do that, man? I don't want to bring anything. And also, one infantry is not gonna do anything because I lock at my HQ. So you need at least 3 and a lot of copters to spot this and attack it. And yeah, it's really hard for him to get rid of this, because the only counter to this is infantry that get vision and then an indirect attacking, or air units that spot it and then attack it. But yeah, if you come with air units, I have a missile, so it's really hard to destroy this defense once it's set up, unless you have a lot of advantage. So I think at this point he should have recognized this advantage and trying to push somewhere else. But yeah, it was really hard for him. He didn't recognize my strength, my position, and yeah, I'm able to destroy his vision. I deny him from getting into the mountain, so I deny further vision, I deny the artillery, I try to kill the recon, and yeah, this copter should have retreated, but you know, I was really cocky at this point, and I should use. Overconfidence is the slowest and painful killer of any match. Like, it's your biggest enemy, because in a match you have won, or you have a lot of advantage, or you are getting ahead in tempo, like this match that I'm ahead in tempo right now. Overconfidence is gonna make you do bold moves that are not gonna pay off. But yeah. And here he uses his superpower, his last superpower, because this match lasted 51 days. We are there, boys. If you are still with me here, you are a fucking champ, man. What can I say? And he finished this cap. Oh no, 1 HP, okay. And kills that unit. Try to put the rocket here. I'm not sure what he's playing with this rocket. Maybe bring it here or here and try to destroy eventually this rocket. And he brought this missile finally to the front lines, but it's not gonna do anything. And okay, here I use my power once again to shoot at this medium tank and to shoot at this tank with this rocket, and just to get a damage boost, which I think it was not a good use of a power, to be honest, because this tank doesn't matter. This medium tank was in a city, so it could have I mean, it's gonna be 9 HP next turn. Here this boost didn't even give me the kill of the medium tank. Yeah, I think it was a really bad power, to be honest. But yeah, look at this. My powers cost this much already, so I thought like, yeah, this is gonna be so expensive that I want to use my power instead. Maybe like my powers now cost as much as a Shake superpower. Like, what the hell, man, they are so expensive. Now comes his turn. he spots my mech, attack it, destroy it, sets his rocket here, but to be honest, here is not gonna do anything. In my opinion, he should have moved it here, and with 1+ range, here is not a good place. I think he should have moved the rocket here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at least it reaches my missile and can shoot something. But here, what are you gonna do with this, man? What are you threatening? You are not threatening anything, because my defense for this HQ are right now this rocket right here and this artillery right here. You are not threatening anything of this. So yeah, I don't think this was a really good move. He's trying to push me back on the center, on my strong side, but I don't think he's. Yeah, he's too thin with his forces right now. Look, just 1 medium tank here, a couple of units here. Well, this push is getting like right now is gonna get pushed back because he has no backup, even though that he was so strong at some point. And yeah, he's now losing every side, even though he's still so ahead in income, 4,000. I'm able to destroy the medium tank, I destroy anti-air and start capping, and there is no response to this cap unless he sack this medium tank, which I wouldn't mind. And here I place here my fighter to get refuel. He spots my recon, which spotted his missile. I was like, what the hell, man? And he kills the recon. He spots some of my units here, the recon coming, and yeah, tries to push me back here. He finally brings some infantry, finally, but I don't see it yet. Whoops. And here, yeah, I see the next turn I will see that there is no missile here, so I knew the missile. Okay, you will see what I did. Oh man, I'm so tired. It's so many hours of this recording. And yeah, he advanced with all his units. Okay, now I destroy this recon with my rocket. I advance with this, and I see there is no missile anymore. Okay. I destroy the recon with my recon, and yeah. No, there is no missile. The missile was here. So I know it can only move to here, 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 here. What have all these places in common? Can you see it? This tile is a blind spot for all these places. What does it mean? Like, if I put an air unit here, it's not gonna get shot by this missile. That's why the missiles are so bad. The minimal range is a joke, to be honest. And I think then, okay, I know if I put here my fighter, this 100% chance that it's not gonna get shot by anything. I mean, maybe a fighter is coming, but at this point I didn't expect a fighter from him, because first, I have not too many air units doing anything annoying. Second, he didn't build anything at this point. I don't think at this point he will so late. So I just said, like, look, okay, first I move my units, try to secure this cap, destroy the tank, advance with this copter, spot the artillery, destroy it with my rocket, and put my fighter here and spot the missile. And I was like, okay, I know where is your missile, and I will be free. I will just be cocky now. I will be able to place my fighter next turn around here, maybe spot a helicopter and transporter and shoot it down, and with this stop this push, and that's it. And yeah, I think the next turn he resigns. Yeah, he resigns. GG. It was it has been a really long match, but a super long recording. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And if you are still watching this, like, what you are a champ. Like, it's so long. I don't know how many hours I have been on this recording. Like, wow, I have to do it all over again, because you see this recon yes on the bottom, and my first recording, it was on top of the map, because I scrolled this a little too much, so it was a tragedy. I was like, you have been recording this for 3 hours, are you gonna do it again? And I say, yes, I'm gonna do it again. So bye bye guys, see you next time.